Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In today's presentation, we'll be focusing on lesson 4 dealing with the concept of case. In Arabic, we call it halat. Before going into the lesson, a reminder that the answers for the activities of lesson 3F can be found in the link of this YouTube video. Now, brothers and sisters and learners, remember we are getting the basics right first, so that the lessons that will come later on are much easier to then understand and comprehend. The first basic was to do a type, ma'rifa, nakira, definite and indefinite. So you take any Arabic word, you can identify it, whether it is ma'rifa or nakira. Number 2 had to do with number. The number concept is wahid, tasniya and jam, where you have the singular form, the dual form, as well as the different plural forms in Arabic. And the third aspect had to do with gender, mudhakkar wa mu'annas, the masculine and feminine gender. In today's presentation, inshallah ta'ala, we start with a new concept, that is case halat. Introduction to case. This concept of case is very important to understand because we don't just find it in other languages, and especially how it is explained in Arabic because of sound and vowels that you have in the Arabic language. So therefore, it plays a very important role in the construction of a sentence, in the arrangement of words, and it is very important to understand this concept because it does have a certain effect or impact on words in a sentence as well. Now, what is meant by case? When we say halat and case, what do we mean by that in Arabic? The one way of understanding it is how the last letter of an Arabic word ends will be case. So does it end in a haraka, a vowel, u, dhamma, kasra, fatha, or does it end in tanween and in fathatain, kasratain, dhammatain? So if you take the last letter, what vowel is it carrying? That will determine the case of the word. For example, al-kitabu ends in dhamma. Al-kitaba in fatha. Al-kitabi in kasra, which is also known as the E sound. Similarly, we have kitabun, that's the sound, tanween. Kitaban, that's the sound. Kitabin, the in sound. So we've looked at these examples where the word is ending in haraka, a single vowel, or tanween, which is the double vowel. How else can we understand this concept of case? How the last letter of an Arabic word ends. Does it end in any one of these weak letters, which we call huruf illah, huruful illah, waw, alif, or ya? So that will also determine case. For example, abu, father, it ends in waw. The same meaning, father, can be also expressed in Arabic as aba in alif. Also, abi with ya at the end. So in Arabic, abu, aba, abi, all three mean father. The difference comes in the end, the last letter, waw, alif, or ya. So what we notice here, these three words are not ending in a vowel, single or double, haraka or tanween, but it's ending in a letter. So that is the case. How else can we understand case? How the last few letters of an Arabic word ends. By this I mean combined letters which gives a particular sound. So now we're not focusing on single or double vowel or just one letter. We're looking at a combination of letters that will bring about some sound. For example, kitabani. So ani is the sound. The combined letters Alif and Noon combined, Ani sound, that's a case. Kitabaini, Aini sound. We did the dual concept, we understand it to mean two books, but now we're trying to understand case. When we do case and you do number together, now you get a deeper understanding as to why you have, two forms of it. Similarly, Muslimuna, you take the dhamma with the meme, u, waw, noon. Combined letters gives you that sound of una, can also be recited as Muslimina, ina. So una, ina, that is the sound that is coming out. Muslimatun. So here we have the atun sound. Combined letters and sound. Muslimatin. That is your sound. Atin with the combined letters. So all of this is to do with case, how the word is ending in different ways. What else is meant by case? How the word ends in the R sound. For example, Zakaria, you can hear the R sound. Musa, two ways it's normally written in Arabic. Some prints have it with the fatha muqaddara, what we call the standing zabar, kara zabar. That's in Urdu. Fatha qa'ima muqaddara. Or it's written like what we see it as a short mad, Musa, the R sound. Isa on both sides, right and left, gives the R sound again. So Zakaria, Musa, and Isa has the R sound. That's case. So to sum up this concept of case, what is meant by case, we could say a word may end in a single or double vowel, haraka or tanween, that's the one understanding of case. Secondly, a word may end in a weak letter, huruf illa, waw, alif, or ya. A word may end in an R sound, the example of Musa and so forth. And lastly, a word may end in combined letters, which gives different sounds, ani, aini, una, ina, and so forth. So when you take any Arabic word and you see it ending in these different ways, the way it's ending is what we now refer to as the case or the halat of that particular word. Now, not to complicate things, but it's already structured in this way in Arabic. You have different types of cases. And this is where sometimes, because of this explanation, people take it as a complication. But it's just to give you a deeper understanding, the different types of cases that we find in Arabic. The first one is the nominative case. Now we can also remember the term marfu case or halatul raf in Arabic. Different words we can use meaning the same thing, right? So that is what we mean by the first one, nominative case. Number two is accusative case. We can also call it the mansub case, halatul nasb. And number three is the genitive case, majroor case, halatul jar. Now raf is another word for like dhamma, nasb is another word for fatha, and jar is another word for kasra. So normally people learn dhamma, fatha, and kasra. Today we also learn rafa, nasb, and jar. Now these will then be explained individually in the lessons to come, inshallah ta'ala, so that now you will get a holistic understanding of the concept of case in Arabic. We can turn to the book, lesson 4, dealing with halat and case. We only have page 47 for today, lesson 4, introduction to case. Everything is explained here, and the 3 types of cases are mentioned below. Did you know? In Arabic, knowing the case of a word is key. Now, you will not understand the importance or the significance of case because you are still getting the basics right. It's still being taught in isolation. The moment we put the pieces of the puzzles together, that is when you will understand why case is so important. So therefore, brothers and sisters and learners, I want you to, go back and try and understand this introduction first before we go on to the next lesson. So that's all for today, and inshallah the next time we'll meet, we'll start with the nominative case. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.